first thing I'll say about my morning routine is what I do the night before. Because what you do the night before heavily impacts on what you end up doing the next day, right? It's kind of the setup to the next day. I almost think properly, it's almost worth thinking of the evening, like the bit before you go to bed of the day, as the next day already, just because it has such a great effect. So I start thinking about my morning routine basically the night before. And all I do really is when it gets dark, I just switch off all the lights. So in my room I've got this red light that I have if I take a shower, I'll just have a shower with the light off. If I go into the kitchen, I'll just maybe open like the fridge door or something so I have a bit of light so I see what I'm doing. But it's wherever possible, I just avoid bright light in the evening, in the last few hours before I go to bed. And that just really primes me. It really makes me feel relaxed and tired and sort of settles my brain. And so I just feel much more disposed to go to bed, and also I'll sleep much better if I do that. But apart from that, I don't really have too much of a routine. I'll just basically go about my day, go about my evening, do what I feel like doing, and I won't really go to bed until I actually feel tired. For a while I tried to go to bed when I was super early, before I actually felt tired. But I've concluded this is a bit of a waste of time, and basically you should just let your body be the guide as to when you should go to sleep. So if I don't feel tired until 11 o'clock, I won't go to sleep until 11. And this is great because it means when I hit the pillow, I'm out and I fall straight asleep. And it's a much better way of doing it, right? And then, before I get into bed, the last thing I'll do is I'll set my alarm ridiculously early. So kind of, I'm experimenting with it a bit, but between 5 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning. This morning I woke up at 4, and I've concluded that it kind of needs to be on this side. And the reason I wake up this early is because I want to wake up before the sun rises. I want to wake up and see that it's still dark outside, and it still looks like nighttime, right? And the reason I do this is because if you wake up and it's nighttime, it just does something fucked up to your brain. There's something so powerful that happens when you wake up and the sun's not even risen yet. And I think it's just because your brain just starts thinking, shit, it's literally night and I've already woken up. Like, whatever this guy is doing, it must be super important, And it's just a super powerful time of the day. It just feels magical. It just feels, there's just something magical in the air. In that hour before the sun rises is really quite exciting. So that's the crucial thing. To be honest, if it was the winter and the sun rose later, I'd probably get up, I dare say a bit later on in the day as well. The only reason that I'm really pushing to get up at 4 is just because I want to get at least like 15 to 20 minutes where it's just black outside. And the first thing I'll do, nothing crazy, just brush my teeth, have a shower and stuff, get myself ready, and then I'll go downstairs and I will make myself a black coffee in like one of those sort of very traditional Italian cafetières with just some nice ground coffee, and I'll just pour that into a mug. And then what I'll do is I'll walk down to a park that is near where I live, and I'll sit down with this black coffee and I'll just watch the sunrise from the distance. So the reason I have a coffee, basically, I have black coffee, and crucially in the way that I have it, is because it's a nice thing. And I want this morning routine to be something I look forward to. I want it to be nice. And there's something about having not just a coffee, but just a coffee that's of a high quality, that tastes really nice, that just really it just really makes me motivated to get up super early, basically. So a lot of people say stuff about coffee, for your attention span, or like you got to have it at a certain time of the day and whatever. I don't really think too strongly about that. I just think I like having coffee in the morning, and this just makes this morning routine really easy to stick to because I'm just motivated, basically. So yeah, I do that, and then I sit down, I watch the sunrise, and again, there's something about watching the sunrise that just feels amazing. Honestly, it's so weird how so few of us really see the sunrise for most of our lives, but there's something so powerful that it does to the human soul. A lot of people talk about sunrise for the sort of benefits to your mental health or like whatever, your circadian rhythm and stuff like that. To be honest, I don't have a fucking clue if it really does anything, but it does something to your soul. Like, it just makes you feel like anything is possible. And I just sit there drinking this coffee, and again, coffee, there's something about coffee there's something mysterious and sort of complex about the taste of coffee, particularly like a black coffee, that just makes you want to get after life, basically. I just sit there, drink the coffee, and I just think about my life and what I want and stuff like that. And I don't really set a time frame to this. I will just do it for as long as I feel is like necessary. So normally I'll have it either until the sun rises properly or until I've finished drinking the coffee, basically. And from there, I'll just go about my day. I have a bit of time where I can work on projects like this YouTube or anything else that I want to do, and then I go to work, and that's the rest of my day, right? And that is really it. So it's not a very... Normally when I hear morning routines, they're very based around sort of health metrics, and they're very tightly scheduled routines. So it'll be like 5-minute cold plunge, 5-minute meditation, blah blah, all this kind of stuff. But this routine for me, I think a morning routine should be very vague. It should be very specific, but very sort of general, and it should do something that makes you reminds you of what your life's all about, basically, which is what I get from this morning routine. So yeah, I hope you get something from this, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you want to check out the top link in the description. I'm doing some one-on-one coaching at the moment. It'd be great to get you involved. So yeah, click the top link, and I'll see you in the next one.